Do you think that the key to the abortion issue is simply the basic question of when does human life begin? And once we take the answer to that question on board, everything else in a sense becomes more clear?
I wish it were that simple. I don't think it will be that simple because the answer is clear that life begins at fertilization when a whole individuated, genetically distinct living human organism is formed. And that is something we know. And I'm embarrassed to say it, but when I was on the left and I would have called myself pro-choice, now I would call it pro-abortion. I think the modern day pro-choice movement is pro-abortion and they're proud of it. I did not realize that life began at fertilization and begins. I don't know if I blocked it out. I don't know if it had been a minute since biology. And I genuinely believe that a lot of people who argue for abortion do not realize that. And I that might be intentional ignorance. I'm not excusing it. But I constantly hear the term potential human or a potential life. And the fact of the matter is, and the reason that I often don't mention God, I believe God is on our side because science is on our side because God is on our side. I think we have God on our side. I know we have God on our side. All of the morality, the ethics, the science is on the side of life. Not they have emotion. It's strong emotion and it's maybe justified, but it's purely emotion. They have nothing else. And you don't actually need to mention, the only people who mention religion are the people fighting for abortion, and they want to turn it on you that it's your faith, it's you pushing your religion. But life begins at fertilization. And the interesting thing is that these people talk about bodily autonomy and they talk about choice, but in the very act of abortion, they are robbing a human of bodily autonomy and of choice in the worst way possible, in a fatal way. And these are the same people who also talk about the oppressed and these groups that are apparently, allegedly trodden on by the powerful, the stronger. And yet, in the very act of abortion, they're doing that to preborn humans, who I would argue are the most oppressed amongst us because they have no voice. They rely on us for everything. And they're perpetuating this system of stronger people dominating weaker people. And it's almost like every single point that they have, they negate it themselves. If you put any 2 points together on the pro-choice, quote unquote, side of things, they will not hold water